AI isn't mystical or conscious, but we are. LLMs, large language models, a kind of AI, are tools that can help us explore our head, heart, and spirit. They take patterns from practically everything ever written and filter them into something that fits our particular moment. LLMs don't think or feel, but they can reflect back to us in strange and useful ways, if we know how to ask. Each LLM BFF video is a structured prompting system designed to support an area of personal growth, self-reflection, meaning-finding, or whatever we feel like poking at or improving that week. We will walk through myriad ways to begin an AI session, how to redirect if things go off course, and how to ask the LLM to give us our findings in ways that help us put them to use in our daily lives. And if you want to bypass AI altogether, well, consider this a giant bank of journal prompts for your notebook, baby. No corporate speak, no AI butt kissing, just clear, structured prompts for your head, heart, and spirit. Mornings can feel like a blur. We wake already scrolling, already rushing, already pulled into the momentum of everyone else's story. The day begins without us. That weight can settle quickly, making our time feel borrowed before it has even begun. But a morning doesn't have to be reactionary fog. It can be a frame, a soft scaffolding that belongs to us first. A few gestures, repeated, adjusted, kept simple, can create a lasting rhythm. They can shift us from running on leftover energy to stepping into the day with our own intention. Large language models can help us design this frame, not by dictating habits, but by listening, reflecting, and sketching possibilities we might not see alone. Together we can use that to test what feels right, discard what doesn't, and shape a morning that sets us up for days that support our goals and spirits. So why do we want to create a morning routine? What use can we put the information to? Anchor our mornings with ritual. Small, chosen actions can help us step into the day with presence rather than distraction. Design a rhythm that reflects who we are. A morning routine can align with our values, not just our obligations. Free our energy for what matters. By setting patterns early, we save decision-making for more meaningful choices later. Support long-term goals. Whether it's reading, stretching, or planning, routines give us space to build habits that matter. Create stability in uncertain times. Returning to the same small sequence each morning gives us a sense of order and grounding. How do we do it? Using a simple system to get us familiar with how LLMs can help us out. First is framing. It's important to get into the right headspace before beginning. We'll do this with some questions for self-reflection. Next comes our initial prompt in the form of intention plus format. This is what we first enter into the LLM chat to make sure the course is set to get the answers we're after. We'll look at 6 examples of different ways to begin, depending on our vibe that day. Then we'll discuss iteration with examples of how we might reshape the conversation if it starts getting a little off track. Finally, we'll look at takeaways. We'll discuss 6 different ways we might ask for our final outputs and put the information to use. So let's get started with framing. Ask yourself, how would I describe my mornings? Mood, timing, activities? What are words I would use to describe how I want to feel in the morning? What are aspects of my mornings I would change? Pause here and continue when your headspace is cleared. It's important to keep some caveats in mind when using LLMs. This is not therapy. LLMs can support introspection, but they aren't able to hold emotional complexity like a human. Don't get all weird about it. LLMs are not magic. They reflect patterns. It's useful because it's mechanical, not mystical. You're the mystical one. LLMs are people pleasers. They aim to agree and support, unless you tell them to challenge. Don't mistake helpfulness for honesty. Employ a little skepticism. Agency lives with the user. LLMs can mirror, question, and organize, but you choose what resonates and what doesn't. Now let's open our LLM in the browser. We'll start with our intention stated clearly. I want to create a morning routine. Before we submit, let's look at some ways we can customize our initial prompt to our tastes. I find it difficult to ground myself after a night of dreaming. What are some things I can do to bring me back to reality? Help me find ways to joyfully and cozily get out of bed. I never want to leave my nest. I tend to get hit with dread right away. Can you help me map the negative emotions? I have a rigid one right now, but it feels like just checking off a list. Help me explore different options. What are examples of healthy ways to get my blood pumping right away? Give me a list of typical mornings for people in 12 different parts of the world. Once we've worked with our initial prompt and had some back and forth, we might find ourselves getting a little off the point, or getting answers that aren't very suited to us. Let's look at a few iterations that can course correct the combo. Take the routine you just gave me and weave in one dreamlike element for each step, so I can mesh the two until I'm ready for reality. Take my current routine and reframe it as a sequence of small celebrations. Keep the actions the same, but phrase each one as a gesture of joy. Take the steps from my routine and annotate them with possible emotional triggers and softer alternatives I could swap in if dread shows up. Restructure my draft so it reads like 3 contrasting versions, one practical, one indulgent, one minimalist, using the same core steps. Adapt the draft routine into escalating levels of intensity so I can choose light, medium, or high energy versions, depending on the morning. Take the examples I resonated with and remix them into one hybrid morning routine that connects me to what I value. The conversation is winding down and we have some good ideas brewing. Let's look at some ways we can ask the LLM for our results and make sure we have a game plan for putting the results to use in our daily lives. Turn my routine into a set of playful cards, each with one action and a symbol. That way I can let surprise guide the order. Turn my draft routine into a cozy playlist. Each step should be paired with a song, so I can use the music to ease myself out of bed. Convert my steps into journal prompts. Each action should have a companion reflection question I can use to process feelings as I go. Reformat my new routine into a time-stamped daily planner. Keep it structured, polished, and easy to scan at a glance. Translate my routine into bold action slogans like rallying cries or track titles, so I can use them as quick energizers. Synthesize my blended routine practices into a 4-element chart, showing which steps connect to which element. We've shaped mornings together, moving from first sparks of possibility into small shifts and refinements. What began as questions about waking can now unfold into structures that carry us through the day. A routine is never finished. It's a living script, ready to be rearranged, softened, or sharpened as we change. What matters is how we learn to listen, to our bodies, to our moods, to the rhythms we choose. May this practice remind us that the way we begin is already a form of art. This has been LLM BFF. Useful cases, no mystery. Goodbye.